Happy International Women's Day, people. They had a great article in the New York Times about Sweden and their feminist policies and how it's working out, and it is working out great. This poem I'm going to read is just one. It's kind of a collage-type poem, and it was written after the Kavanaugh hearings in September. It does not directly address that. It addresses stories, myths, remembrances, responses to that. But it is called Indelible in the Hippocampus, which is something that she said. Indelible. Telling your story after 36 years means you've been carrying a bag of silence laced all over with veins the whole time. It's you. It's your blood pumping through what happened. It's a second bladder with a blue shine and finally an opening. It's a panic closet expanding to compass a continent, an entire landmass of aging women waiting to spill, afraid to spill its incontinence. Their laughter's thunder. It means they'll attack you, track you down, stand under your window. Your sister's still gonna cry, and her tears will run down her furrows. The needle's at 0. They'll say you're a liar. But keep on talking. You've been 0 since you were 9 or 12 or 15. As if you could bring the words out on a lead rope and lunge them in the arena, as if they're nickering in the straw waiting their turn, as if grammar could save you, or composure, or mercy, or decency. Once, I stepped through a door in the air, and the house didn't exist. Question, what has to happen? Question, why? Oh, don't ask why. Girls die every day for no reason, other than they're girls. Put aside your childish ways. You have a few seconds. There's concrete and a race a girl might win. And you do. And 2 weeks later, you open the Herald Examiner. The girl who died in your place is Vietnamese. There's her photo. Anyone could see what just happened. One small hand fumbling to button her top, the other helping her auntie up, exactly as the soldiers say. The journalist snapped the shot, and she flew into the ether to die on and on around the world. They say for the dead to fly, the wick of pure loneliness must stay lit, or ghosts plunge from the sky. Now, love can never unwrap her long black hair. If we planted a tree for every dead girl, we'd live in a forest. I carry my fear. It's portable. The better to wander among a scattered congregation of trees. From where I sit, this might be a forest. Unseen birds and seen. A mockingbird held at a distance of 40 yards by a guard jay. The shiver and wind of the variegated branch, the first fuchsia in March, the color of shrimp. Each tree an absence, right on the edge of understanding. Let's go to the forest and wander, like Aeneas wandering through hell, holding a bough to stay safe. Let's go to the forest where trees are prisms. They're archives of light. They wrap themselves each year, a little air trapped in the gap, and in that space, they hold the body. Because I would not accept his advances, I was sealed in a tree. At first, between my body and its covering, a narrow space, like I'd once imagined the gap between desire and fate. I knew better than to struggle. It's not a lie to say my heart drummed in my throat. Change my form, release my sorrow. I'd said it out loud, petitioned the fathers. A brief sensation of toes spread and digging in, and then they didn't exist. Legs knobbed into wood, a hard sheath over my trunk, my crown. But I could still feel the strong blue stare of light and a secondary light of understanding. Now that God could not hurt me, the world was out there like a first primer, something I could learn to read. Thank you.